would like to invite in our first GED 2017-2018 celebration for our GED graduates. Our first group that will be participating in one of these ceremonies, the first of many. Let's bring them in. And each one of them will have a moment when they're up here, and that you'll have time to take some photos or video if you choose. Feel free. This is really a community event. Before we get started, it's my pleasure to be here with you today. My name is Amy Campbell, and I mean it when I say I have the privilege of overseeing our adult education and continuing education department for the college. I want to recognize a few people that are here. You'll meet some of us during the ceremony, but for those that don't get properly introduced, I'd like to have our counseling staff stand that have been with us this morning. They are here and have been a support to the students, but they'll also, long past today, are available and will support these students as they continue on. Miss Carrie, Miss Miriam, Miss Denise, and Miss Veronica are 4 of our 6 counselors in the department, and each of the students, I'm sure, have worked with one of them as they prepare for what comes next. And then I'd also like to give some recognition, probably in this situation, to the most valuable asset we have in our department for working with these students, which are our GED instructors. So we have Maria, Sterling, Tricia, and Miss Corinne. Thank you. And lastly, my partner in crime, who makes sure we have good instruction and that we have all of the classes that we're able to support the students. And as we increase and have even more GED classes out in the community, Miss Senshin, who is our coordinator of the program. Some very special guests that will be speaking, so I'll introduce them when they come up. But I'm super touched to see that we have a lot of the career education staff in the building. They're all kind of lining the back wall. And they are part of our department, and they oversee all the career and the technical programs through this college that will support many of you as you move forward and continue. And they are the ones that are going to help bridge and support you as you move forward. So thank you for supporting them and for being here today. It says a lot, like really the whole department is here, and I so appreciate the leadership that we have back there, so thank you. So I prepared a few words and then we'll move on with the presentation. And although I wrote it, those of you that know me, I generally write things when they're either very important to me or I don't want to kind of go off on a tangent. And these students, it's very emotional to me. It's very important. So that is why I'm reading. I can certainly speak off the cuff. I could probably speak for an hour. But I want to say what I want to say to you, and I mean it. It's very heartfelt. Okay? It's my pleasure to be with you today representing MSJC in our continuing education department. As we celebrate our GED students and their successes completing their high school equivalency, This is our first ceremony in what I hope becomes a new tradition to celebrate our students' accomplishments. I have worked with GED programs for many years and have always been sincerely touched by the dedication of our students. Getting a GED or high school equivalency is not easy when that is your only responsibility. But when many of you are not only students, but parents, employees, caregivers, and trying to balance life, it's inspiring. I look at each of you as role models for your families and your communities. You are showing us your desire to improve yourselves with knowledge and to open the door to new opportunities for employment or to continue your education. You are part of our family here at MSJC, and we're proud of you. We're proud to be part of your journey. It will not stop here. Our counseling team, as I mentioned earlier, that is here with you today, will help you move forward in new career opportunities or continuing your education. I ask that you not stop now, and that's probably the most important thing I'm going to say to you. You have shown that you have the courage, the ability, and the desire to open doors for yourself, and you owe it to yourself to keep moving forward. I truly believe that although it is harder to initially make the decision to complete your high school equivalency later in life, to go back and take those first steps to enroll, attend class, and then take multiple tests is extraordinarily difficult. I feel that your life experience and your maturity allows you to value what you have earned so much more. You have worked for every success and you're able to keep achieving. You have momentum. And I feel strongly that all of you could pretty much achieve anything you put your mind to. Please do not stop. My staff knows, those in this room, know me and know that I like to use this example, but I have to say that it isn't more applicable than it is this morning. I use the bicycle analogy, but it relates to these students specifically. You started with us with training wheels on. Our teachers and our counselors supported you as you rode along. Once the training wheels came off, our teachers and counselors ran along beside you and helped keep you on track and on the bike. But now you're out on the trails and flying along. You may decide to stop once in a while as we cheer you on or get support or information, but you've got this. A big thank you again to our amazing teachers. I'm so proud of this department. It is at the core of my heart. They change lives every day. And to our counselors who truly care for and about you and have the same dedication to your success in your future. We are very fortunate to have the jobs that we do within the college where we can serve you in our community. I wish the best for each and every one of you and your families that are here with you today and those that couldn't be with you. Heartfelt congratulations. Next, I would like to invite up Dr. Jeremy Brown. He's our interim Vice President of Instruction, and he has many responsibilities, but when asked to come today, he stepped up and wanted to be here with you, and I really appreciate that and the support. So he's going to come and say a few words.
Well, first of all, I've never been called a dignitary before, and I have to say that's quite an insult. I'm really, there's something about that. No, I'm just kidding. I want to say you guys look great. I walked in, coming in, and this is a group that cleans up well. So I'm very proud of all of you guys. I want to tell you a very short story about my best friend that illustrates just for myself how meaningful this program is. My best friend, and I call him my best friend because we rode the bus together in kindergarten, and we really grew up together in Bolivar, Missouri, in a small town, and had a lot of great life experiences together. My educational path was a pretty traditional one. I graduated high school. I went to a 4 or 5 year degree bachelor's program, and pretty soon on into graduate school. Eric did not. He didn't make it to the end of high school. He dropped out of high school. And I was concerned because I came from a very traditional education family. What's going to happen with that guy? Oh my gosh. Well, Eric got his GED, got himself enrolled in a 4-year program to study art and graphic design. And I saw his career blossom, really with the GED as the starting point. That pushed him on into the next thing. He found his way into the industry doing active graphic design work. Today he lives so both of us moved out of Missouri and into California, and he lives in San Jose today as a public info and graphic design director at the university that he works. So I've seen what the GED can do if you, as Amy said before, keep moving forward. Right? Today is an amazing step. You've accomplished something that you should be very proud of. But it's just a step. Move on. Keep on moving through your educational path. I hope that the habits that you've developed as you're working on your program up to this point will serve you well as you move on into whatever educational programs help you achieve your dreams. So keep your eye on those goals, and you'll be able to do great things. So just very proud of you all. I think this is a great event. I'm amazed that it's the first one, and I think it's something that we've got to keep going. It's such a great thing. And just know that I'm with you. I'll be thinking about you all as you move forward. So thank you so much. And I will introduce our great Dean of Career Education Programs and Community Education, Joyce Johnson.
Thanks, Jeremy. I want to truly acknowledge first and foremost Amy Campbell. Amy came with a leadership that was just beyond what MSJC could imagine. And to stand here and see each and every one of you, not only the graduates, completers, but also the family that sticks behind you and support and have been there through every step of the way of what you've endured. With Amy's leadership and growing the department, growing the staff, and really just picking awesome. I mean, there was a couple of times, you know, her vision was way beyond what I could see. But I really did what I do best. I got out of the way and let her carry that vision out. So between and amongst all of you, the teachers, the counselors, the students, and the family, this is truly a very special day and occasion for us all. Not only for you and your step that you're about to complete, for us as an institution, and recognizing that if we get out of the way, great thing does happen. So I just want to say on behalf of Amy, on behalf of Mount San Jacinto College, Dr. Brown, our president, our board of trustees, we are truly proud and truly celebrate this moment and do see it as just that first step. It's a huge milestone, but just let it be that first one on your path, on your journey, that as you continue, that you take this foundation that you have established and built upon it, because there's a lot of great things that will happen for you and with you because of this foundation. So on behalf of Mount San Jacinto, on behalf of the whole Career Education Department, on behalf of the institution, congratulations and thank you.
I do want you to know that, of course, you may take pictures and video, but we also have Mr. Walker at the back, and he is from our marketing department. And the marketing department actually wrote, it's a very emotional, heartfelt article on what's going on today. I know they interviewed a couple of our students, and I believe that article will come out in the next few days. Eric, do you think? Yeah. In the Press Enterprise, and probably we'll post it on our website, I'm guessing, as well, since it was created in-house. But there'll be some pictures of the students, and so I really recommend that you get a copy of that paper or look online and see that paper, because It's a really wonderful article about how many of our students are completing this year. It's our largest GED class. We actually will have over 80 students complete within this year. They completed throughout the year, and it is very exciting. We hope to continue this next year with a couple events. At this time, I want to invite up one of our students. And it's not that we had to, it's a hard process to pick a student, but you guys are very humble. And it seemed like, although many of you wanted to participate today, it's hard to step up and then speak on top of all the accomplishments you've just done. It's just a very difficult thing to speak in public. And so I give kudos to this student who I have gotten to know. She's in the Temecula office where I am fortunate enough to be. And I know that this means a lot to her. She has a lot of firsts in her life and a lot of events, but she is with us today to speak as a student representative of this group. So I invite you up, Sandra. Come and join us on today. Her voice just represents all of us.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. In 2 years, since arrived in this country, light on luggage but heavy with dreams, I was totally out of my comfort zone. But with the love and support of my family back home, I have been able to appreciate a new life, enjoy the days meeting wonderful people from all over the world. I was an accomplished registered nurse with my master's degree, working in clinical research back in my country of Colombia. But after meeting my husband in Argentina with a love in my heart and a challenge in my mind to start a new life, I moved to live with added my family in California with a new vision to success. Walt Disney once said, all our dreams come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Each person that I have met in my life, I can find at least one treasure and build of hope with many struggles they have endured to arrive here. Everyone has a special story to share, filled with difficult but beautiful life experience, beautiful because they finally made it. I have had the opportunity to buy my life next to a wonderful human being, my husband, who has supported my pursuit of education and has worked and hard work. He says, you only get out of it whatever you put into it. Today, I remember my first day in my GED class. After class, I talked with Sterling. I asked him, it is possible for me to enter to this class because my English is not very good. His kindness and positive encouraged me to stay in this class and then pause all 4 sections of the GED and achieve my goal of learning more. I also improved my English by singing songs. Of the radio, I discovered new music. My favorite apps are WhatsApp, Shazam, Pandora, and Ismania. This will and help me make my dreams come true, and that's to become the best nurse practitioner in all of California. I would like today express my sincere thanks to the director of MSJC and especially to Emily Campbell, director of the program of ESL, Citizenship Class, and GED. In special, its teachers, Miss Barbara Toro, Donnelly Quick, Susan Sewell, and Mr. Stephen Davis, as well as counselors Terry White and Miriam Rehans, for their patience and their great human quality of excellence in carrying my education, which has been essential to achieve my great dreams. I quote, "Every American who has ever lived with the sanction of one group was either an immigrant himself or a descendant of immigrants," wrote a young senator in 1958 named John F. Kennedy. I stand here today as a result of many other people who have led the way into this country before me, like Sergey Brin, to the co-founder of Google, who came from Russia, or Albert Einstein, who came from Germany under the worst circumstances. Those stories exist still today, so I find myself extremely humble and honored to be with you all on social and special occasions. There are many great schools of higher education in the United States available for many to take advantage of, but there are few people who make education as special as this one. I always carry this learning experience in my heart. I won't ever forget the positive impact everyone has impressed upon me. Albert Einstein coined the phrase, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." For many, the journey is to arrive in this country, but for me, my journey is just beginning. No matter where you come from, the challenge of moving don't end of the day to enter the US. The way I see it, there is only one way to go when starting from the beginning, and as I start the next chapter in my education. I welcome everyone in our community who have the will to succeed, to strive to your goals so everyone can also make their dreams come true. I wish you good luck and may God bless you all. Amen. Thank you very much.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Sandra. And just so you know the impact each of our students have, after speaking with Sandra last week, I think Miss Carrie and I were meeting with her, the counselor, and she told us of her goals, and it's made it possible that next year on our schedule, we have Miss Jasmine Port at the end, one of our instructors. She'll actually be offering one of our ESL classes with an emphasis on TOEFL, so that our students that need that opportunity to continue their education will be able to receive that in our department. So this is a huge change for us, all coming from a student and a request from them. So very exciting for us in the department. We are always changing. Well, I think the reason that you are all here today is to perhaps recognize our graduates of our program. So at this time, I'd like to ask our counselors, our GED instructors, to come up, Ms. Simpson. And if any of our CTE administrative staff would like to participate on this side of the stage, we're going to have our GED instructors have a chance to shake hands with our graduates as each one comes up. Mr. Sterling Davenport, one of our GED instructors, will be announcing the students' names so that I don't mingle them.
first person we have is Malcolm Silva from the San Jacinto campus. Our second student is Sergey Vinkov from the San Jacinto campus as well. Our next student is Shirley Spradlin from the Mount San Jacinto campus, and she's going on to complete a computer skills class. Our next student is Patricia Payne from the San Jacinto campus, and she just got a job at Home Depot after securing her GED. Our next student is Jamie Diano, and she is from the San Jacinto campus and is going on for child development. Our next student is Vivian Baena, and she came from the Paris-Seville campus, and she's going on to be a respiratory therapist. Our next student is Sandra Silva from the Temecula campus, and she's going on to become a registered nurse. Our next student is Cassandra Heredia, and she came from the Temecula campus.
Make noise. Give it.
Our next student is Adela Cervantes from the Temecula campus, and she's going on to do a degree in digital media. Our next student is Robert Garasosa, and he came from the Temecula campus. Our next student is Patricia Sanchez, who's from the Temecula campus, and is going to go on to become a phlebotomist. Our next student is Daniel Freeman, who's from the Temecula campus, and is going on to join the Steam Fitters Union. The 2017-2018 school year.
likes to take lots of photos, so please join us in the hall. But first, let's let our GED students process out with their
Yeah! Go, Robert! Woo! Oh, traffic again.
And then please join us out in the hall, as I said, for refreshments. Thank you for coming today.